Morning, everybody. Welcome. Yeah, it's early morning, so I have to do this early in the morning. I'm trying to get the chair adjusted. I hate when the chair starts to automatically go down. I still haven't taken a look at it yet. But yeah, today's live. We're gonna talk about audio wireless technology. It's come a pretty long way, a very long way. Just gotta make sure that this I don't know, it's just weird. Something weird happened with my Pixel 3a. It continuously keeps playing YouTube videos without me requesting it, almost like as if a ghost is controlling my Pixel 3a. Kind of freaked me out twice. Scared me last night when it just started playing a video with the screen locked and was just literally just playing this video, and I was just like, whoa, okay. Kind of scared me at night. And then it started doing it again this morning. What's up? Hey, how's it going, Bobby? Tito, how's T-Mobile? So far, I mean, it's doing okay in the iPhone XS with the whole test drive thing. So it's going okay. Oh, had to pop my neck. That felt great. You ever pop your neck and it feels so dang good? Like afterwards? Like, yeah. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's where it needs to be. So another things, most publications pretty much don't have like an idea of what's going on with the Pixel 5a. So a lot of them are just like, we're right around the corner for the Pixel 5a. It's like, yeah, we pretty much have been for, at least a little bit. So yeah. Get the tablet ready. My handy dandy friend here. How you guys doing this lovely Tuesday? Responding to social stuff. Hey, what's up, Mario? What's going on? Good morning to you. Been a little while. We're going to get into the different audio tech equipment that I have. The true wireless earbuds, basically. Let's just call it what they are. What I think about them and how this industry has come a long way. I mean, right now, it seems to be the hot topic that most people are really talking about nowadays. But I mean, we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. Also, yesterday, and when I was talking about the T-Mobile test drive, I was also talking about like LTE compatible tablets and why they're so great. I don't even know why I went to that point to go and say that. Yo, what's up, baby? What's up, baby Yoda? I was gonna call you Baby Aloha. What's up, man? I'm doing pretty good today. Kind of bummed out though, because like last night, I talked with Carlos a little bit, and he's going to test out Restream. I think he's going for the paid version. I don't have the paid version. I do the free version. But I think he's going for the paid version, so it has like a lot of options. And I guess he went live to test it out a little bit later than I expected, and so I didn't get the link to join in with all the guys and everything and just chill. Hopefully, in future, we're intending to collaborate again. Carlos, Sneed, myself, Technoid, get Altered Tech in there, get a bunch of other techies in there, and just collaborate like we used to, where we all worked on it with each other on each other's channels, and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I've been advocating for that for a while. I think I've been very open about that on Twitter, and I'm just glad to see that people are on board and ready to do it again. And so I mean, I can only be happy about that. Excuse me. I can only be happy about that. Those days were fun. And so hopefully we can re-emulate that. Yo, good morning, Sneed. What's going on, bro? So, you guys can be looking forward to that. But anyways, I didn't get to see the replay of it to see how it worked out because I don't know if Carlos got the full version of Restream.io. I'm assuming that he's going to, and that way because he can hold more people. I think on the free version you can only hold like six guests, and if you do the paid version, it's 10. But the free version works fine for me. I have no problem at all whatsoever using this in this way. I don't mind the little Restream logo like up there. I don't mind that at all whatsoever. The handful of free tools that it gives me is nice. So that's just me. I run a poor man's YouTube channel. I do with what I got, and I don't try to to get like all the fancy stuff or whatever. Okay, anyways, let's talk about wireless audio technology, because this is a field that is growing ever so popular. Companies are just pumping out devices left and right. I have a couple of them here that I like to use. Well, actually, it is over there. Excuse me for one moment while I go grab something real quick. I shall return in less than a minute. If someone was counting down, I'm sure, I know for a fact, and I'm rolling backwards, but I'm sure for a fact that was less than 60 seconds. But true wireless audio technology, I mean, this is something that you see a lot of YouTubers that are starting to dabble with in the tech side of things. As the title implies to this live stream, you'll see the different brands that I've used so far. I'll tell you guys a little bit about them, what I think about them, but also just kind of go over this. Like, what if we had this technology years ago? But again, you would really have to understand the workings of Bluetooth technology in order to know, like, why this wasn't available in 2012, 2011, 2010. Because we had Bluetooth back then, and there were some like earbuds that were Bluetooth connected, and they were, a lot of people use them for phone calls and stuff like that, and that was totally fine. But the demand out of something like the Pixel Buds and what they can do is far different than what those old earbuds back in the day could do. So, like with this, you play music. Of course, there's two pieces to it instead of one. You play music, take phone calls with it. You can watch movies with them. You can, game with them in your ear using a Chromebook. You can game on Stadia and stuff like that, and they work just fine. When you look back at what the Bluetooth earbuds were way back in the day, I mean, they were only used for phone calls. They weren't really used for like music consumption and stuff like that. So that's a very big difference. And you're also talking about a time where Bluetooth was at its, still at its early stages to what it is right now, right? The evolution of Bluetooth is not really talked about, right? Like, we'll talk about the evolution in wireless technology as far as, going from 3G to 4G, 4G to 5G, and so on and so forth, right? We don't really have people that really talk too much about the evolution state of Bluetooth and what are the differences between Bluetooth 4.1, Bluetooth 5.0? What's the differences between Bluetooth 3 to Bluetooth 4? Those types of things. We don't really get a lot of people to talk about that. I mean, we get the audio tech guys that talk about it. I would hope so. At least in one of their videos they would, because that's supposed to be their specialty. But I don't know. Geez, today I just feel like coughing. I don't know why. I don't have, I'm not sick. But I did do some live streams the last couple of days, guesting on Latrell's channel and then guesting on B-Tech Reviews channel. So, okay, so with the time that Bluetooth technology advanced, allowed us to kind of bring into fruition these products that now are becoming a part of the everyday use when it comes to people that have tech. I mean, smartwatches was a thing. It still is. A lot of Apple users love using their Apple Watch. I'm not going to knock them for doing that. There's not really, like a really strong candidate of a smartwatch to go up against the Apple Watch on the Android side, but there will be. And it looks like, with the evolution state with Samsung and kind of combining Tizen with Wear OS and developing an enriched experience with Wear OS for future smartwatches. I mean, we're going to start seeing smartwatches come back on the rise. But wireless audio technology is something that is used. I mean, you can walk outside, you can walk into a Walmart and guarantee before you're done shopping at Walmart, you leave, you'll end up seeing at least minimum 3 people with true wireless earbuds in their ear just walking around. Maybe you see them talking like they're talking to the air and they're actually not. There's someone that they're talking to that's on the call. But even you look at it today at different job sites, at least for me, for what I see in my city, there's some jobs like, that will allow their employee to have them in their ear. They're just walking around with AirPod Pros or Pixel Buds or, any of these Skullcandy options that's out there, or Soundcore. There's various different brands, So you see a lot of people walking around with them. Like these right here that I have, the Skullcandy cassettes, these, I can unplug them and just use them wirelessly. Wireless audio technology is becoming another extension of the human body. With the Pixel Buds, it actually brought in a concept that I think is really good and could resolve world traveling. Is one of the things I was so hyped about with the Pixel Buds, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. It'd be great if all these options here actually had it, but they don't. So, real quick, what options do I have? What do I have in place? Well, the very first set that I got were the Skullcandy Sesh Evos. So these are the very first sets that I got. They're nice. I like using them every now and then. I have 2 different colors. I bought one for the missus, but she doesn't like them just for the way that they're shaped, the way that they feel, how they fit in her ear. So she doesn't really use them. But yeah, these are actually pretty nice. I like having them, and obviously I got to charge them because they are literally about 50% battery life. So tuck them away on the side right here. I'll charge them up later. These ones. So Ray left these behind at my apartment. It took me a while to find them. But then he was like, if I find them, just keep them, because he's got like a bunch of different ones. And so since I found them, I've kept them. Don't really use them, but I mean, they are nice sounding. But these JBLs right here, they're actually they're pretty cool. Got the little JBL logo branding right there. The way the buds look, they look like very beefed up AirPods. They're long stemmed with the charging pins at the bottom. And I want to see where the microphone is at on these things. Probably up here is where the microphone is at. But I mean, they're nice sounding. Don't get me wrong. They're really nice for what they are. I think at Best Buy, I've seen them. I think they go for like, when I saw them, they were going for like $89. I don't know if that's what the true price was, or if they were like $129. But these are nice sounding earbuds. So I use them from every now and then. Gosh, man, I sound like I'm sick, and I'm not sick. I don't know what's agitating me to want to cough so much right now, but anyhow. Yeah, so those are JBLs. These I definitely recommend. These JVCs, they are absolutely nice. These are the JVC gummies, and they open up like so, exposing where the light is at. But yeah, so that's what they look like. The earbuds themselves like little stems that kind of hook in with the cushion tips. And the crazy thing about these things, crazy things about the JVC gummies is that they only cost $30, but they sound really good for what they are. And I remember growing up, JVC gummies, they were like the in thing to have when it came to wired earbuds. Like when people were going to the store, they were buying it. Like I remember I went to the store, asked my dad if I can get, some gummies. And my dad's not the type of guy that would just buy me anything that I wanted. So I had to like earn things. When he felt like I earned it, he bought me a set. I remember. And I think it was irritating my dad because we went to go get some at the Navy Exchange, which is like, the store on the naval base. They had like a lot of different colors. And so I was like sitting there just like, what color do I want? Because I mean, when you buy JVC gummies, you got to commit to them. That was what, and that's what Skullcandy was a competitor to, was JVC and the gummies, right? Because you had the Skullcandies and they had different colors, and they had what they call the tatted designs, where they had printed graphics all over the earbuds, and then the wacky color options for like the cords. And so yeah, I was standing there for a while trying to pick some JVC gummies. I ended up going with like this cool ocean blue color, and I rocked those for like a year. And then I got a new set that had the inline microphone, and yeah, it was just crazy. But these are based off of that. These are gummies. They're just true wireless gummies, and they work really good for $30. I mean, there's different color options. There's this one, there's a white one, there's a pink one, and I think there might be other colors that I haven't seen yet. But with these, they sound really, really, really good. The JVC gummies, hands down, they sound really good for $30. They're just, I don't know, just crazy how something that, when you expect like really high and rich quality stuff like JBL, something like this, I'll tell you right now, these actually kind of match up to it with sound. It's crazy. Hey, bro, are you still using? Are you still those case for the N10? Yeah, you never sent them out, man. I gave you my info, I believe, and then yeah, there's nothing. So I didn't know if you were busy or whatever. And like, I'm not gonna bug you and be like, hey, you never sent me those cases, man. I mean, like, whenever you're ready to send them, just send them. I mean, I have the OnePlus right here, using it as a camera to make videos and stuff like that. So. But yeah, these JVC gummies, you'll find them at Best Buy, you'll find them at Target. They're like $30. And I would definitely say they're worth it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always have to go and get AirPods or get Pixel Buds to have wireless audio experience that's really good. There's a lot. These are just some of the options that I have here. The Sesh Evos, again, these are good sounding. They have their quirks to it. They're good sounding. The JVC gummies, definitely good, good bang for your buck. And these JBLs, they're pretty nice. So so that's 3 of the 6 that I have. Anyways, we're gonna look at the next ones here. These ones are my recent ones that I got, and they're really nice and really weird. But the JVC the Skullcandy dimes. So a lot of people are doing reviews on them. That I still have not put out my review, and I'm going to get to that soon. But these things are actually pretty cool. Of course, some people that look for like quality stuff like that, you'll fill the case and you'll think like, this is like absolutely cheap, and of course it is, because that's what they use to cut corners. The stuff that they use to build the case. So this is plastic. The lid is plastic. The buds sit right in. They got a very strong magnet to connect to for charging. So that's something that trying to get it to where like the light will kind of help you guys see it. But they're actually quite nice. You know what? I hate lighting situations. Bear with me one moment. Let me pop out real quick and get a lighting setup, so that way I don't have to keep trying to angle it towards the light right there, and then just have like a light kind of like blast forward. So just bear with me one moment. All right, we're back. All right, let's see if this works better. So if I open up these gummies, will you guys see them? Oh, yes, you will. Thanks to the light. Okay, so now you guys can see them much better. So as I was saying, I'll go back over the other ones so you guys can get a better look at them. But the Skullcandy dimes, right? Good sound out of them. Really good sound out of them, honestly. There are some things that I have to say about this design, which I'll get out in the full review of them. But I mean, these are small. The case itself is small. The buds really got a really strong magnet to them, so I got to kind of slightly pry them out. But the buds are like that. Literally, like the encasing for the driver and everything like that is like the size of a dime. And you got these cushion tips, which is nice, so they fit snug in your ear. And the Skullcandy logo is a push button, so you can switch it from stereo to mono mode. They're really good. The flaw with this case, though, is that cutout, because when you have the buds in, that you see the Skullcandy logos. When you take them out, there's two holes now. Even though this is IPX4 sweat resistant, you got two openings that can get lint, dirt, all kinds of stuff inside there that could mess with the charging ability. So that's probably one of the downfalls to one of the flaws to the design of the Skullcandy dimes. But for $24.99, again, my philosophy with the JVC gummies, $30, and this thing packs a punch. This thing, I'd say, is pretty much on par with these JBLs. That's stating a lot for something that costs $30 and something that costs over $100. And the JVC gummies packs a punch almost equivalent to the Pixel Buds. And that's saying a lot for something that costs $30 and something that costs $179. These things are about as equivalent to the gummies. I would say that the Skullcandy dimes are like the perfect rival to the JVC gummies. The sound is pretty good. As a matter of fact, I prefer the sound more from the dimes than I do from the gummies. The gummies are pretty good, don't get me wrong. Bass is good. It's punchy. It's got that oomph to it. But it does like when you're listening to that, like various different music and stuff like that, like the instruments will be picked up. The treble's not all jacked or anything like that. Treble's fine. The mids, highs, and lows is good. The sub bass is really, really good picked up with the JVC gummies. So I got to give it that there. It's insane just how good they are. Insane. And the dimes are just a little bit better on that. Crazy thing, you have this little lanyard thing, so you can like hook it to your keychain. You can get one of like those what do they call them? The dog tag chains, and you could like hook that through this, and you can just kind of just like wear it as like pendant. I'm wearing a black shirt, so it's not really going to show, but like just have it hanging. You need it, pop them out, pop them in, walk around. The other flaw to this is the battery on it. So you get 12 hours with the Skullcandy dimes, 3.5 hours with the earbuds. So yeah, the earbuds, you're not going to be able to pop them in your ear and leave them in your ear all day long and get through a whole entire day on a single charge. You will have to pop them back in the case and charge them up. And the case will give you at least 3 charge cycles before you having to charge the case itself. Kind of going back through, just for reference view, but these are the Skullcandy Sesh Evos, and I didn't even take the buds out so you guys can see what they look like, but that's what they look like. And when they go in your ear, they kind of look like that, sticking out of your ear. Right. So this is why my babe doesn't like them, because all the weight that's top heavy on these buds makes it to where it wants to come out. So she doesn't really like using them, because I got these maroon ones for me. I got the cool ocean blue color, like kind of like a Caribbean blue for her. She don't like them, so I use them. She uses the JVC gummies. So one reason is because you can. Whoop, that wasn't good. Everything's just falling off my desk. Excuse me. Dang. Now I got butterfingers. What is going on with me today? But she likes using just one. So yeah, these will allow it. Don't want things falling off my desk. All right. But besides the Skullcandy dimes, another set of Skullcandies that I absolutely truly enjoy using are these, the Indie Evos. These are really nice. These have a long stem compared to the dimes. The dimes have a much shorter stem. These have a long stem. Of course, the charging pins are at the bottom right there. And the microphones are right there. Cool thing about these is that the Skullcandy logo is a touchpad, very similar to the Pixel Buds. And yeah, I gotta charge this case up too. This has active noise cancellation, and the sad thing about the three different Skullcandies that I have is that with the Skullcandy app on my Android phone, only this one works with that app. And that app acts like tile. So if I lose one of the buds, it will locate it for me. And that way because these things, just imagine, man, you lose one of these things, man, it's like a pain in the butt. And so I kind of was hoping like the dimes would be supported by the Skullcandy app too. They're not. So when you launch the Skullcandy app, it will not locate your product, the dimes or the Sesh Evos. Let me adjust my chair. Oh man, I gotta get a new chair. And I'm like rolling all over the place. But yeah, these are the only ones that supported. This one and then the Indie Fuel. So there's two that look entirely the same, exactly the same. These, which is the Indie Evos, and then there's the Indie Fuel. The difference between the Indie Fuel and the Indie Evos, nothing with the sound quality. The sound quality on these things is just really good. But the Indie Fuel's case is a wireless charging case, and this one is not. So I can't lay this down on my Qi charger over there and charge it up. I have to plug it in Type-C. So that's the only difference between the Indie Fuel and the Indie Evos. Other than that, sound and design-wise, it's pretty much the same. I got the gray ones here. Kind of wish I went with black, but I wanted something a little bit different, and so I was like, okay, well, they have like different colors, and I was just figuring, like Ninja Turtle green wouldn't be so good for me, so I just went with gray. Gray is just it's an off color that's not overly flamboyant and just whatever it is. Finally, and with the recent software update that I took on them that actually fixed a lot of the issues, the Pixel Buds 2. These things are phenomenal. I love using them. They're very simplistic, and everyone loves snapping that case. It is so annoying to people, but it's so just like, wow. Just love doing that. Anyways, shouts out to those people that are part of Team Pixel that got the Pixel Buds A. So there's been some really good reviews about the Pixel Buds A. As a matter of fact, they're saying that a lot of the issues that plagued the Buds 2 are fixed and addressed and fixed in the Pixel Buds A. And anyone that's wanting to know this, I asked several Team Pixel members that got the Pixel Buds A if they can try this out, just to confirm with me. And yes, if you buy the Pixel Buds A and say you have the Pixel Buds 2, you can tuck these buds away in a protective place as backups. Charge them up every now and then so that the battery doesn't, degrade and get all hashed and trashed. But you can use the Pixel Buds A, like the buds from the Buds A, and the Buds 2, so you get the case and the IPX4 sweat-resistant case and wireless charging. So if you wanted to do that, you could do that. In case if you're at your job and you got so much cords on your desk and you don't want to add another cord to charge the Pixel Buds A, but you have a Qi charger to charge your phone. Maybe your phone has wireless charging technology. You can just drop this bad boy, boom, right there, and just charge them up. So if you wanted to know the Pixel Buds A buds fits in the Pixel Buds 2 case, they do, and they do charge those buds, and they will, of course, the case wirelessly charges, so then it will also, with the buds in them, it'll wirelessly charge the case and the buds also. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I think Sneed is going to cover that if he hasn't already. I think he's going to cover that because I asked him if he can, test that out for me, because he does have the buds too, and he loves the Pixel Buds too. So it's only fitting that he would go ahead and test the Pixel Buds A and put those buds in the Pixel Buds 2 case and see if it charges. That way, if you've never bought the Pixel Buds, but you bought the Pixel Buds A, there's people who may have lost both of their Pixel Buds 2s and just have the case and may like sell them on OfferUp, like Pixel Buds 2 case only. They're probably selling for like $30 or $20 or whatever. And you can just buy it off somebody and then have the case itself. So with all these different types of truly wireless audio earbuds, we see the growth of the audio wireless tech. It's growing. Even with headphones, there are different headphones. I mean, these are the cassettes. Yes, they kind of got damaged. I let my daughter borrow them, and she lays on her bed and she turned and kind of cracked it right here. So I just put like a rubber band right there to kind of hold it from going any further. But these things are phenomenal. I use them. I take them off the wire, Bluetooth them to any of my phones, listen to music, and it's got punchy bass. It's got good sound. It's great sounding. But there are a lot of good options out there. I mean, there's Beats. Recently, I don't know if you guys seen Carlos got the Beats truly wireless audio buds from Beats. He has those, so I think he's going to be doing a giveaway if he hits like 2,000 subscribers or something like that, somewhere around there, roughly about. Anyways, so I mean, these are becoming an extension of the human body. I wish all these things had the one thing that the Pixel Buds have that I absolutely really like about these things. And definitely, if I travel overseas, this is the earbud I am going to take with me. Oh, hold on, let me check this message real quick. Anyways, so the feature that the Pixel Buds 2 has that is the reason why, like, if I travel overseas, this is the main one I'm going to take. Maybe I'll take like the JVC gummies as backups, but these are definitely not going to stay behind. And that is for translation, right? Which one would I recommend? Currently right now, I mean, as top, I'm going to go Pixel Buds 2. But the software 553 fixed a lot of the issues I was having. There's still some, and that just has to do with a very weak antenna. That's something that's hardware related, not software. So no matter the amount of software that they use to try and patch the Pixel Buds 2, that's just not going to be fixed. I mean, that's a hardware issue. Hey, what's up, Technoid? How's it going, man? Wireless earbuds have emerged in a huge way these past few years, from Soundcore, Apple, Google, Samsung, etc. So many companies have done amazing buds. True, very true point. But yeah, if I'm gonna go like budget, then the Skullcandy Dimes, $25, and they sound really, really good. But the main hardcore thing about the Pixel Buds 2 that I absolutely enjoy is a translation. Being able to use the Pixel Buds 2 and be in a foreign country where I don't speak a lick of their language and they don't understand a lick of my language. It is a great concept to just, kind of just like hand them an earbud and you put an earbud in your ear. And with Google Translate, you speak and it'll translate your vocals from English through Google Translate and play an audio in their language with your earbud that's in their ear. Literally just having a conversation, not having to speak the exact same language. Like, this is huge in so many ways. You know what I mean? One of the hardest things, and I know this for a fact, one of the hardest things is when you go to another country that, the main resort areas, obviously they speak English because, they want American tourists there. So, but if you wanted to venture off and get the real essence of that area, going away from the normal places that tourists goes, going into, the towns that's just towns, it's nothing special for American tourists to see other than if you wanted to see that native country's culture. And when you go in there, obviously there's going to be a barrier, which is language. And if you could communicate with somebody and flow the conversation as naturally as possible, with the aid of 2 earbuds, these 2 right here, because you don't have to have like another set, just these 2 right here will work. An app like Google Translate, and just the patience to really try to explain things in a more layman's term for it to be translated and said to the other person. That alleviates a lot of the tension and stress that one, and the anxiety that one would feel when nobody can understand what they're saying. So that is actually pretty cool, in my opinion. That's pretty cool. That's a reason why if I go traveling outside of the country, it doesn't matter where I go, the Pixel Buds 2 is going to go with me. I believe the Pixel Buds A have the same thing too. So if you got the Pixel Buds A, it's not like you lack that feature. You will definitely get to use that feature with the Pixel Buds A, because this is basically the Pixel Buds and Translate. Now, I haven't attempted to try that with like Skullcandy Dimes, and I have not heard anything about it being available to like third-party wireless earbuds. I'm hoping that someday it does. That would be absolutely great to have. If it's just something that is natively built into Google Translate and that any buds will work with it, that would be superly cool, because then you won't have to like rely on Pixel Buds, because then if you don't like Pixel Buds, if you don't like the way they look or how they feel, we all have our preferences and we're not wrong for how we feel. Then, you can get the JVC gummies and they'll be able to work, or you can go and get the Skullcandy Sesh Evos and they'll be able to work. You can get the Indie Evos, they'll work. The Skullcandy Dimes, they'll work. You get the JBLs, they'll work. So, by the way, I don't think I didn't have the light to kind of show you guys what they look like. That's what they look like inside the case and everything like that. Little JBL logo right there. Inside the case is where it has like the LED light to kind of tell you these are dead, so I have to charge them. But yeah, wireless audio technology has gone a long way. And I remember a lot of people were very reserved about it. We were very reserved when companies started ditching the earphone jack. But obviously, when you see companies do these things, there's something involved that's about to change the way that we do things on a day-to-day. And it's like, it's like they've seen the dawn that lies ahead, and so they know what's going to happen. So they make these implementations so back catalog of hardware is designed and compatible for the latest future tech that's coming out to be bonded as an extension of the microcomputer, which is our smartphone, or those things just kind of make a play on it. So yeah, it'd be nice if they kept the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack in devices, so you had the option to choose if you're going to go wired or not, or you're not going to go wired. But I mean, I don't know. I guess that's why I like the Pixel 3a series. They still have the headphone jack, so good on them. But in all seriousness, right? It's only going to get better, right? Latency between earbud and device is going to get better. Being able to use it with different services besides listening to music or watching movies or YouTube videos, i.e. what I'm talking about, like, video gaming, is going to get better over time. As Bluetooth evolves, so will the types of hardware that we have to work with. It's going to grow to that point. It's going to get to that point where it's much seamless and much better. And I can only wait to see what there is. I mean, you have to be just slightly reserved about technology to a degree. Can't always depend on it to take over your entire life. But at the same time too, it is nice to have something like this that's helpful. I mean, here I can stay in contact with people that's not with me in my house. I don't need to be on the phone with them. I can message them through any messenger that they're using. So one of the cameras is just the normal camera itself. One is a telephoto and one is an ultra wide. That's why it has 3 lenses. Even outside of YouTube, I answer questions in tech and stuff like that. So that's cool. I don't mind helping people out. People have questions and stuff like that. So anyways, Okay, so stepping away from the wireless audios, and by the way, a big shout out to Digital Slang. I checked out his video on those on that speaker it's like an alarm clock speaker, but it's really cool. And I wanted to emphasize something about this because some people ask questions like, why would you want a speaker that takes a micro SD card? Like, who downloads music onto a micro SD card and puts it into the speaker? And me personally, I like to think and have all my bases covered. You know what I mean? And that speaker would be a great fit. So I do want to get one of those. It has RGB lighting around it. It looks like a jukebox. And it's got RGB lighting around it. So, you know, the light goes with the music that you're playing. So it gives that really good dynamic effect. And the sound sounds pretty good on it from what I'm hearing so far. I got to get one personally myself. But I like the fact that it has a port for a micro SD card. Now, you can still download MP3s. As a matter of fact, most of the songs that I get today, I use a YouTube to MP3 ripper, and I just get the song from YouTube. And I don't distribute it for other people to download. It's for personal use. And I'll put them on a micro SD card and put them in that speaker. Why, would someone ask? Well, if tech tends to go dark, and what I mean by that is like if Wi-Fi was to go down, if I had absolutely no internet connection whatsoever for that speaker to stream music, I have music on the SD card that it's going to read, and I can just play from that playlist, no problems. I mean, because you can connect the wire to it and have it on your nightstand and just let it play music. But if you wanted to go sit outside on the front porch, watch the kids play in the front yard, you can disconnect it because it has battery option too. So it can basically it doesn't have to be tethered to a power cable. You can use this thing with battery. It seems like a really good fit, and it has a clock. I want to get one. But anyways, check out Digital Slang's video on it. It's really cool. Really cool. Definitely, if you're into that sort of thing, it's really cool, and I definitely want to get one. So, I guess somebody's going to be upgrading their phone to the Moto G stylus. I don't know if it's the 5G one or not, but yeah, that's the reason why most phones today have three cameras on it. They have an ultra wide, they have the normal wide angle, and telephoto. Some have 5, monochrome lens and stuff like that. I mean, it just goes all over the place, right? That's how smartphones are today. More camera sensors to do more things with photography and stuff like that. Anyways, so future things to come up, because I am going to be jumping off here now. Future things to come along. Eventually, I'm going to be doing a video talking more about astrophotography and, just some tips. I mean, I'm not really good at astrophotography, but I'll share what I know so far as to like how to get good shots on it, of course, requirements and stuff like that. So I'm working on that video. Also working on the review of the Skullcandy dimes. I have to get that out. There's so many reviews already, and I just don't want mine to be like everybody else's review on it. So I'm trying to look at things that maybe they didn't talk about that I could talk about that will help people on the conscious buy for these devices. Of course, I'm going to continue on the Mr. Pixel series. And I think I'm going to do the Pixel 1 next. And people are like, where's the Pixel 5 review? That's going to come soon. That's gonna correlate with my Pixel 5 update after so many months. How's the phone been? I'm still sad that the screen is cracked, but eventually I'll get it fixed. And I might, when the weather cools down a little bit more, I'll go back to using it. I don't really mind using it with a cracked display because it's not even that bad. Like I'll show you guys right now. For those people who are curious, like just how badly cracked is it? I think I showed it once before. So here's a Pixel 5. Keep it in the case. Right there, if you guys can see, there's a crack going that way. Try to angle this so it shows all the cracks. There's a crack right there. I don't know if you see it. It's running right like this way. So, and like the main targeted point that started the spider crack is, I'll pop it out the case so you guys can see. Try to be careful with it. Is right there. That started all the spider cracking all the way through. So I mean, it's not going to be a problem to use it. and until I can get it, you know, completely fixed. It's starting to raise up a little bit right there. That's what I'm worried about. Is it raising up and whatnot, causing issues? But I can put a screen protector over it just to bear with it for now. And then when I have the money to replace the screen, then get the screen replaced. But in the meantime, you know, just to make sure that no further damage happens to it, you know, I just keep it in the drawer. Yes, it sucks because I want to use it. You know, it's obviously, you know, I want to use it, but I can't. So I'm, you know, using the Pixel 4a. I'm using the Pixel 3a. I'm using my Pixel 4, the 2 XL, and the 2. And I alternate between all these devices, including my Nexus 5X. I alternate between all these devices. Just, you know, it's perfect timing since, you know, something's forcibly taking me away from using the Pixel 5 as my daily driver. Allows me to make video updates on a lot of these devices that I have and just kind of give some insight about them. So that's a good thing about it. Of course, you know, if it wasn't cracked and everything, I'd still, you know, try to make the videos on all those different ones. I think if people were to ask me what would be your top 2 daily driver phones, it would be the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4. And then my third choice would be the 4a. But it allowed me to, you know, get reacquainted with the Pixel 3a now that it's back in my possession. And this is still phenomenally good phone. I definitely would recommend it. That's anyone out there that wants to get a good Pixel device and not spend so much money. And if you're worried about it getting Android 12, then the 3a definitely going to get Android 12. And support will stop with the 3a alongside with support stopping for the Pixel 4. So it's right on there. The Pixel 3 is next to stop. So Android 12 will be the last major software update that the Pixel 3 will get. And then they will stop software support. In the next year, software support will stop for the 3a and the 4, I believe. So anyways, that's pretty much it, like on the audio tech. You know, if I get any new ones, definitely I'll let you guys know how they are. Kind of getting into audio. I don't want to get too much into audio because there are several people that I like to watch that review audio. Technoid is one of them. So if you guys don't follow Technoid, follow him because he's got some really good reviews. Besides him talking about tech news and stuff like that, he does extensive good reviews, especially with Soundcore. I know he works a lot with Soundcore, but he's not biased to only Soundcore products. He will review Skullcandy, he'll review Pixel Buds, he'll review all of them. And that's just to like give people a good option of good audio technology. So me, I'm not an audio technology expert, but I do appreciate the area and just tell you about, you know, from a layman's point of view, my experiences with the ones that I have currently so far. And yeah. Anyways, you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Hashtag Taco Tuesday if you made it to this point, because today's day we're gonna have tacos. Yeah, and then look forward to a lot of collaborations. I'm so excited to know that, you know, like all my friends here are like ready to collaborate with each other again on live streams and stuff like that. So I couldn't be more happy to hear that. That's music to my ears, and I'm ready for that. And I'm hoping that, you know, we get back to that point where tech is fun. And yeah, so hopefully you guys are ready for those things too. Y'all take it easy. Be cool, be safe out there in that crazy world. And yep, I still got love for you guys. As always, appreciate everybody who rocks with me. Thanks for making this what it is. And I will see you all later, and you all will catch me in the next one. As always, Aloha.